Hello again. Okay, so now I had a visa. So now I've got a visa, I can apply for a proper job, like an English teaching job, which then was where all the good money was. And it was very easy to get a job then, and the pay was a lot better than today. So I applied for a job with bilingual. Now, bilingual was the biggest noise in school in English teaching in Tokyo at that time. It was a big beau. The shacho was female. She was in the newspapers, and so I went there for a job, and I met a girl called Kerry, and you did need a degree to get an English teaching job, but because I'd already got the visa, I didn't need to show them my degree. So I just told them that I had a degree in telecommunications. I work for telecoms, so I just told them, and they never asked to see it. In fact, in all my jobs that I've been for in Japan, which involved teaching English, they never ever once asked to see my degree, which I didn't have. I did have a fake degree which I bought in England for £50. Now, on the back of this fake degree it says, should you have any problems in its authenticity, please ask them to give us a call. so God knows, I should ring them up one day and just see what they actually say to convince the authorities or the person who is going to give me a job that this degree is in fact valid, which it isn't. It costs £50, by the way. So I went to bilingual, met a young girl called Kerry, very attractive young girl, and no problem, I got the job straight in the door. And when we went for training the next week, there was this one girl. She came in, and it was with training we started at 9 o'clock, and this girl was 5 minutes late. This girl for the and they said they fired her straight away, or they didn't give her the job. They just said go home, we don't want you. Which I thought was a bit tough, because in Japan on the trains sometimes it's very easy to get lost on the trains. You know, it really is. It's even if you've been here a long time, it's easy to make a mistake with the trains, even after 15 years, 20 years. For example, in Nagoya, there's one train early in the morning. If you're the wrong part of the train, you go in a different direction. You have to be sat on the front or the back, depending on where you want to go. So, like I say, it's easy to miss trains. So they were very severe, bilingual. Now, the big thing about bilingual was the cost of the lessons. For a 90-minute lesson, which worked out two 40-minute lessons, and in between you had a 10-minute break where you could small talk with the customer, the student or customer, and it was 15,000 yen for this lesson, for this man-to-man lesson with a gaijin teacher. So they were very, very expensive lessons, and it was nice. I used to teach mainly in the morning, because if you taught in the morning, you would get a 1,000 yen extra bonus for teaching in the morning, and I did, which was great, because a lot of the time the students wouldn't even show. So it meant getting up at 5:30, 6 o'clock to get there for the 7:30 lesson. But lots of the times the student wouldn't even show, about 50%. So it was a great way. I loved it. And I worked one night. I used to work in Ginza mainly, and Akasaka. And on the busy nights where all the teachers were there, it was like a train station. You had like about 15-20 teachers and of course 15-20 students, and it was really busy. People buzzing all over the place. It was crazy, and they, you know, obviously they were making a lot of money. But I think I worked one night, and with the morning bonuses and everything, so I would get about 180,000 yen per month, which was great because I was only working one night. And so nowadays you get about 250,000 the basic pay if you're lucky, but even that's dropping now. And because they said if you want a visa for a foreigner, you had to pay them at least 250,000, so that was more than the average for the starting Japanese pay. And the rate of pay was good as well with bilingual, because you started off at 3,100 yen per hour. Now if you stayed on the years, that went up 100 yen per hour, so it was 3,200 yen the next year, and up to 3,500 yen per hour for teaching, for conversation, or for doing conversation. I don't know about if teaching is the right word, but so they were quite decent in their pay. And for business lessons, they used to pay 4,500. So they were, I think they were quite fair, and but they did go under a few years later, you know, probably because they were charging too much for their lessons. They were too expensive. Okay, so that was so now I've got a job, and that's the end of this one. Okay, see you soon. Bye bye.